In her recent announcement of the opening of the county beaches, Dr. Dan Newell complained that people are not willing to be governed anymore in regard to the lawful, unlawful orders she has issued with authority assumed under color of law with this board's complicity. I will remind you of the Declaration of Independence's assertion that government only derives its just powers from the consent of the governed. And again, no one in Santa Cruz who understands what is really going on here consents to the abandonment of our long-observed, lawful public polity by this board and other complicit public officials. Dr. Newell, in the same announcement, urged the public to keep an eye out for contact tracers calling us on our phones with caller IDs from the Sacramento area. This is another unlawful policy this county is now apparently supporting, one which invades the lives of people under a new doctrine that government is responsible for our health and can violate our process and privacy in doing that. I wonder if Dr. Newell, who is not a trained virologist, has any understanding of the real science of the testing that contact tracing is purportedly based on. Very briefly, these tests are either for antibodies or RNA sequences that are supposed to be associated with a virus called SARS-CoV-2. But this virus has not only never been isolated, the sequence used to detect it only come from assays of fluids taken from COVID patients' lungs. These contain a potpourri of broken segments of RNA, most of them quite short, coming in from many sources, including, of course, from the patient's own cells. The code from these segments is put into a computer and then reassembled using software. The multiple sequences supposedly from this epidemic are said to indicate ongoing mutation, but the truth is, the sequence of this virus, if there even is a virus, is unknown. So the PCR tests based on these ginned up codes are notoriously unreliable, surprise, as are the antibody tests, which have been shown to detect antibodies already in the blood of people who are called COVID negative. And based on these specious testings, government, with its freshly emitted mandate to protect, will be destroying people's lives even more than it already has. Children are being removed from their parents now and taken into dangerous state care. Adults will be told they need to self-isolate for 2 weeks on questionable findings that they may have been exposed. This is madness and must not be allowed to stand.